Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hobbits, today joined by...
Just Michael.
Checking out another beer that Michael brought, this time an old ale from America as well. This is
from Michael Sula actually.
Yes, and the other one was.
Yeah.
Michael Sula has actually supplied us with quite a few Cigar City beers over the years, and also some Bourbon County.
Yep, that's nice.
That's very nice. So this is from their Catador Club, which is, you know, a membership club where you get like select bottles of beer. And this one is Toddy and Sap. This release here is a rum barrel aged old ale made with coconut and maple syrup. And there's only 1,000 bottles of this. So yeah.
This is bottle number
very interesting. Yeah, it says harmonious elements of both the coconut tree and the maple tree converge in this formidable old ale, which has spent a prudent amount of time in barrels previously containing rum. And toddy, I know a rum toddy. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, but it says if you Google toddy,
it's also a rum.
It's a rum beverage, rum spirit or something.
With coconut.
No, not rum. Sorry, coconut
spirit.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing, a toddy is also a drink with tea and rum, right?
You can make a
hot
rum toddy. You can make a rum toddy if you're cold. In the old days, people recommended you take a rum toddy and you'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And sap makes sense because of tree sap. But it's interesting, very old school kind of beer, the malty old ale with a treatment of coconut, maple, and rum. And I got a chunk of coconut or something in mine. It's floating right there. Let's get it out if I can. Yeah. There we go. I don't know what that is. It could be a piece of desiccated coconut. I think it might be.
Let's hope it's not a dead insect.
Or it is yeast. It's most likely yeast. Where do I put this now?
This is a little bonus treat.
In my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bugs.
Yummy.
No, but it's, you know, with beers like this with a lot of coconut, and you can kind of see it, there's specks on the glass. So like when you look at this beer poured out, there's no head.
It looks like a Coke. Also,
ABV on this. It's not on the bottle.
It is. It isn't.
It's not. This is Florida. No ABVs on bottles.
I don't know.
If you talk about the color, I'll find it quickly. So what color is the beer?
The beer is Coca-Cola color or Pepsi Cola color. It's a dark brown, not completely black, but it's not a stout. It's an old ale. It looks like an old ale with a kind of a fizzy head that's gone immediately. But it looks nice.
Yeah, it's not the thickest looking.
No, but it can. I think sometimes that's
13.1%.
13.1.
There you go.
Thanks, Peter.
It kind of pancaked the head a bit, but you can see the specks of coconut floating around. It looks, you know, it looks like something like an old ale.
It looks like an old ale, yeah.
Let's check out the aroma. Wow, massive amounts of coconut.
It smells good.
It smells like straight coconut milk almost. Like coconut milk and old ale. It's much more coconutty than I expected. There's also like sweet maple syrup.
You can smell the barrel too?
Yeah. Caramel fudge, toffee. It's interesting, it's not like really spicy rum, it's like really coconut rum.
Yeah. Not maple in front. It's not maple I get in the nose.
I get a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not prominent.
Yeah.
It smells pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, often I think Cigar City is good at balancing things out, so it's not too much of one ingredient. So I'm hoping this one too. Let's see.
Yeah, let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Very
definitely more maple.
Yeah, very brewery-like.
It is very brewery-like.
Very, very brewery-like. It's not super thick.
Nope. It's just oily.
Yeah, oily. Oily, and I think that's because of the amounts of coconut. But it's not sickly. I've had a few coconut beers as of late with Brett that had so much coconut that it was so oily and it was a bit like off-putting. Like it was almost like sickly, like too fatty.
I don't think it's very sticky. And I think the barrel is not too much. You can feel it's a barrel.
It's not crazy amount.
Nope. The maple is in front. Maple and coconut. And old ale.
Yeah. There's like some caramel and some fudge. Like dark fruit.
Yeah. All the characters of old ale.
But I think it lacks complexity compared to the breweries' old ales. If we talk some of the real old ones.
Yeah.
Because you get all those layers of barrel character. And I think this one is a bit more one note because it's so adjunct heavy. I think this borders the line of going into pastry type territory. It's not too much.
Pastry old ale.
Pastry everything. Pastry pills. Like it blurs the line, but it's not like all the way there.
I really like the taste. I can see what you mean. I mean the poterie or sucre or what they're called.
Yeah.
Salt from brewery. Those anniversary ales, they have more depth.
Yeah.
I must agree on that. But this is kind of, if you say, a well done pastry old ale.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty balanced. It's not too much.
Yeah.
It's actually really tasty.
Yeah, it's got some very nice flavors. It's
not mind blowing.
No,
it isn't. But it's
tasty.
It is tasty.
I actually preferred the Suokane a little bit more than this.
I don't know. It's two different beers. A little bit maybe.
Just in terms of preference. Because they're vastly different beers. But yeah.
I actually agree. I think I would prefer drinking a glass of Ixmukan.
And I think a stout maybe suits these adjuncts better than an old ale or a barley wine. I think barley wine or old ale it does better with just being in a barrel and blended and also like it's not like it's fizzy, but the carbonation, there is more carbonation and it's not like very thick. It's also not thin, but it's just like this in between, like oily.
You mentioned the difference between the Ixmukan, or what it was called.
Smukane. Smukane.
I think it would be almost same grade, maybe a little bit lower, but not much. I really like this too.
Yeah, but they're very different beers.
They are very different.
They're hard to compare because it's totally different styles.
I think they're true to the style of old ale.
Yeah.
And it does what it says on the bottle.
Yeah.
But
100%.
I agree with you. Maybe it would be better just on a barrel. Just really well done on a barrel.
Because I think stouts are better with these kind of adjunct treatment. Maple, you could probably do maple, but maybe it's just the oiliness of the coconut that's, I think. But or it's just because it needs a bit like more of a hefty base. Even though it's a 13% beer, it's really hefty. But I
was thinking the same thing, because in a stout you can get a base that really have some oomph. In an old ale, the base, it can't be that oomphy, and then I think that maybe
because you have all like the caramel malts and everything. It's not like heavy roasted malts that give more.
Exactly.
Power.
And then
this is more like dark fruity and caramelly.
Yeah,
maybe not dark fruity, but a little bit. But
and then the adjuncts will shine more through in a beer like this.
But I can see rum toddy-esque inspired flavors, because it's definitely got like this like spicy but also sweet coconutty rum, and then like a little bit of a dark fruity raisiny kind of thing, and I can see a similarity to like what you get in the flavor in a rum toddy. Not maybe exactly the same, but
a little disappointed in this one.
Actually, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's still a great beer, but I would have expected a bit more.
I was expecting a bit more.
It's a bit too sweet. It's a bit too fake. I don't know.
I don't think it's fake. I think it tastes
a bit too adjuncty. It tastes a little bit too much of coconut.
Yeah, I think my problem was using. Man, it's being a nerd, man. It gets to you. We complain, and it's terrible. We don't complain. We review. But the thing is, like, a little bit of coconut flavoring can be nice, because if you just do it a little bit, it's not like this crazy suntan lotion-y. A little bit of just regular coconut is a bit too boring. A ton of regular coconut is very nice coconutty flavor, but it makes the beer very oily and sickly. And that's one of the things I kind of think I'm starting to get to, like, too much coconut can ruin a beer for me. Because it happened with the Cycle one too, that everyone loved coconut almond. Like, it's loads of nuts, very fatty ingredients. No head on the beer, like pancake. It tastes a lot like the adjunct. But it was so oily to drink, like sickly, that it's like, it was still a very nice beer, but I wouldn't want more than like an 8 ounce, 12 ounce pour.
No.
And this is almost going into that. Yeah. Not as much, but almost. So I don't like it as much as that one because that one was it suits that beer. If it's in the stout, it could suit it more.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, but if you go overboard, but that's the thing
that's also preference. I'm sitting here thinking about Tim. You know, sometimes on the channel too.
Really
he would love this one, and he would probably not love that much as that one as much. So it's also up to preference. And this is a sweet beer.
Yeah, and I think it's a fantastic beer. It's a great beer. It's not world class, but it's great. But that's just my only beef with it.
Yeah,
it's like
actually,
it's a little,
me too.
A little sickly coconut. That's all. But otherwise,
it's got
too
much maple too. It is too maple. Yeah.
Yeah, because the base beer, like all the layers. When you think back to drinking old ales of the brewery back in the day, when they've aged for a while, like fucking what was the Pottery or one of the very old ones. It's still really good. Yeah, but those had like all this barrel complexity, and this is lacking it a bit maybe. But I don't know how they did this. If it was blended barrel aging, if it was just all in one barrel. It's just definitely, it's what it says on the label. They nailed what they tried to set out to do.
Temperature.
But I thought at perfect temperature. I think.
It shouldn't be warmer.
No.
I think it would could get kind of cloying.
Yeah, but I think they nailed everything they tried to do with this. I just think I would have enjoyed it more if it was a bit less of the adjunct, so you could taste more of the base beer, because the adjuncts dominate so much that all the nuances like dark fruit and leather and maybe like a little bit of an apple tone and like toasty breadiness, all these things kind of disappear a bit. So it's like just like coconut, rum, and maple syrup, and then there's undertones of everything else. Exactly. Which I think a lot of people will go nuts over, as you said. But yeah, for me, it's like a 93, I think, is a good grade for it.
Yeah, I agree. 93, a small 94, if it was a 94.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
It's a nice, it's very nice.
It
sounds like
nice.
I really like it.
We're picky.
Yeah.
And this is a preference. I think the guys who like pastry stouts would love this.
Yeah.
From an old ale. It would be a nice bridge to the old ale style for a guy who likes pastry stouts.
Yeah,
because it's sweet and adjunctive.
Yeah, I agree. But it's still, very nice. And it'll be fun to hear some thoughts if any of you guys had a chance to try this. So, if you had a chance to try Toddy and Sap from Cigar City, the Rum BA Old Ale with coconut and maple syrup, let us know what you thought of it.
And also has some kind of
80s style VHS tape
actually
stuff going on.
Yeah, you're on Peter's VHS video channel.
Yeah, Peter's VHS video channel. No, not channel. Peter's VHS video tapes. Tasting beer.
Pastel colors.
That would be amazing.
Special effects.
Do like a limited run of VHSs with beer reviews. People would.
We need some lines running up and down.
But yeah, there's the fun. So thanks for sharing, Michael. Thanks to Michael in the States.
Yeah.
And if you guys had it, let us know. As always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos.
Ding, ding,
We're going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.